as a contestant on Dancing with the Stars, and technical consultant for BattleBots. He is the voice of Epcot's Universe of Energy. He is an author, inventor, commentator, and clean energy advocate. Please help me welcome Bill Nye, the science guy.
Introduction. My friends Gene and Kristen and Heather and I are here to talk to you today about the sun, our nearest star. Now don't go looking right into the wall here or you may go blind. Today we know the sun is just another G-type yellow dwarf in a galaxy somewhere between 100 and 400 billion stars. But the ancient people held it to be an instrument of the gods, like Helios for Apollo. And why not? It is responsible for all of the energy and the movement that we call life on Earth. Now, even without knowing anything about it, the sun has always been useful. The Romans used it to heat bathhouses. You can focus its rays and start a fire. And we have accounts from 212 BCE of Archimedes using mirrors to burn ships in defense of Syracuse. But the more we learn about the sun, the more amazing it is. In 1672, Cassini was able to use parallax with other planets to figure out how far the sun is away. And it's really far, like mega far, like 93 million miles far. And using that and the sun's visible sky print, you can figure out that it's 850,000 miles across. 850,000 miles. That's big for those of you. But even as recently as 1862, we had more questions than answers about the sun. Lord Kelvin calculated that if the sun was any normal energetic reaction, think burning, that we know about, then the sun would burn up all of its fuel in only 3,000 years. But the geologists and Darwin were showing that the Earth was at least hundreds of millions of years old, if not billions. So what could be going on in the sun? The answer? Nuclear fusion, or nuclear fusion for some people. Nuclear fusion, the process of combining lighter elements into heavier elements. You can think of the sun as a nuclear reactor that we don't have to put here on Earth. I took astronomy from Carl Sagan, and when he said that we are all made of the stuff of stars, this is what he was talking about. So today's question about the sun: how do we make the best use of its free, and in California, abundant energy raining down on us? Should we grow corn and turn it into ethanol? I don't know. It costs a lot of water and a lot of land that could otherwise make food. Should we build these large-scale concentrators? Maybe store the energy in molten salts and release it in the nighttime? Should we build electric panels? Should we collect the radiant energy and use it to heat water in water panels? Should we build electric panels that convert the light energy directly into electrical energy? Well, it depends. From a societal standpoint, we know we have to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. The science is in on this. We know that electricity is going to continue to rise in price. We know that every kilowatt hour produced today with any gas or oil or coal is at least contributing unwanted carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, along with other stuff. So there are hidden costs that are not even shown. But did you know that with the current incremental improvements in the state-of-the-art of solar panels and converters and the ability to connect to the grid, that we are currently at a crossover where it now makes sense to grow our own energy? Well, now you know. So I'm going to turn this over to Gene and Kristen and Heather to talk to you about a potential project that you can be part of to harness the sun right here at CSLCB. Take it away.
Yes, please. I'm very pleased that our center has been chosen as the third project of ROSE, Residents Organized for a Safe Environment, which is what Gene stands for, and Planet Earth Solar, which is what Kirsten Underwood stands for, together, these two for-profit businesses have done two other not-for-profit experiences of building solar projects. One the Boy Scouts camp and one the Pacific Marine Animals. And so now we have been gifted with the opportunity to be the third one. And I would like Jean to say a little bit about that, please.
So,
No. Right up like this.
okay, I hate these things. I'm not,
We love these things. They're so good. Then people can hear you.
so, Planet Earth Solar connected last year with Rose, and we worked together to produce 87 solar panels for Pacific Marine Mammal Institute. So this year, we wanted to do another project for 2015, but we wanted a little bit bigger roof. So we went out and searched for a roof. And we found one. Heather found herself at this weird little place called the Sweat Lodge, and she came out and she said, we should do something for the Earth. So I started thinking. I called my friends up at Planet Earth Solar and said, I think I know where there's a really big roof. So at any rate, we've got together, we've worked out with the board, and we'd like to offer the community here the chance at doing a solar project here. And I'm going to let Kirsten tell you about the size of the project.
So your roof space can handle about 196 LG 300 watt panels, which is the equivalent of just under a 60 kilowatt system. In comparison, if you've been to the Pacific Marine Mammal Center, that was, I believe, 59 panels, and that was a 15 kilowatt system. So this is about 3 times that size. And there will be 3 20 kilowatt inverters that will be hung on the wall that are solar edge inverters, which optimize the production of every single individual panel. So we've allocated for shading and setbacks and everything else. And so best case scenario, you can get 196 panels on there with the optimizers, which boost the performance of the panels as well.
Thank you.
So in connection with that, to do this, we'll have to come together. And so we've put in the, what do you call it? The program today, we put our environmental statement from the center. So it's so important because, I mean, Heather's talk today, The Universe is Calling, the songs that Diane just sang, you would think that there's Native Americans around here. So all I can say is that I've been hearing the universe call since I was a child. And to make the world a better place, to live up to this beautiful environmental statement that the center has, it is incumbent for all of us to leave this world, our world. We are all part of the universe. We are all part of the earth. A better place for our children and our grandchildren and the 7 generations to come. So I would encourage you to, Harry and Fred are back in the back. They're there to answer any questions. We'll go back as well and come back. We'll talk to you, tell you, answer any questions you have. And then Heather's going to tell you how you can help.
Yeah. I want to, it's really a great thing, and please read the statement. I was going to read it today, but since it's in the program, take it home with you, read it over, see if this resonates with you. But right now, if you just take a moment and close your eyes and turn within. And just ask Source, that divine presence within, if it is yours to help with this project. And if so, in what way? And what I know is every gift is valued. There's no big or small. And just take a moment right in the place in your heart that knows its oneness. And if today is the day that you would be giving, please make your checks to CSLCD, or Center for Spiritual Living, Capistrano Valley. And in advance, I thank you, just as I thank Jean and Kirsten And the Board of Trustees thanks you. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you.